Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, here to share with you this creative video. Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and I give thanks for great friends that have us over for dinner so that I don't have to cook, because that's not one of my skills. So instead, I make the centerpiece and I show up with a basket to give thanks for inviting me over for dinner. What's in the basket, you ask? Well, that's the fun part. It has flowers. It's going to be carnations and roses and solid aster and rose hips, all tucked down inside so that when it's opened, it's such a delightful surprise. Oh my gosh, there's flowers. But not right now. Right now, the flowers are here, and on the inside, I just have a big garbage bag that I laid in as a liner and a single brick of foam that has been soaked with flower food, ready to go to add my flowers. Now I've tipped this up so that you can see what I'm doing. First, I'll do a little bit of moss to help conceal the garbage bag, because I certainly don't want that to show. And just adding that around the edges. And then going back and just starting with the flowers, cut very short so that they create just a nice pave right across the surface of the foam. Angling some outward over the top of the moss. And then switching, maybe a red carnation. Creating an accent area. Going to the rose hips. Just love these. They're great big orange heads. We call them pumpkin rose hips. It's just a common name, not a botanical name, but very, very, very appropriate. And then going back with a few more roses. And back to the rose hips. And continuing the pattern, just thinking about a line coming through an accent area, maybe adding a little bit of the solid aster for some interest. So fluffy, nice textural contrast. Maybe another red carnation. And then tipping it, looking from each side, making sure you get total coverage all the way across the surface. Once the tapestry is completed, then you want to finish by decorating the lid itself so that that adds to the element of fun and whimsy. For the lid, I just take a bit of ribbon and I start by lifting and feeding it through. Then pulling it double. Then give it a twist so that I can bring it back around to the outside. Making sure it's centered. Straightening it. And then pulling it up across and tying it. Just like you're doing a package. So I've got the first part on there, then I go back with a little more ribbon and make a bow, nice and festive. And then I like to add an extra set of tails, a little bit longer. I don't truly love ribbon. It's not my favorite thing, but if I use it, I like to use a lot. So I'm kind of an all or nothing girl when it comes to ribbon. Taking a wire now and tying it tightly together. Then clipping that wire off and using those extra tails. I wrap underneath so that I'm capturing this whole connection. Then pull it tautly and give it a knot. And then you need only to go through and dovetail all of the ends to give it a more polished finish. And then some soft fluffing. I love wired ribbon. It makes our life so easy. Lift the handle up and you're ready to go. Now that the top is complete, let's open it back up. And I always like to add just a little bit more. This lovely silk leaf matches so well to the ribbon. And if I just take a little bit of cold glue, and then I can just tuck it right down into the basket, tying the color of the ribbon into the color of the design, and just lifting and inserting it in a few places. I can also take some sweet gum pods, little dried balls that I've collected, and a little touch of glue, and set it right down in for a tiny bit of textural interest. And then just one final detail. Again, a little bit of that silk leaf, cold glue, and tucked right into the ribbon. And a few of the sweet gum pods also just glued and set down in. Maybe just 3 of them. Doesn't need very much. 2 leaves, 3 pods, and it's beautiful. What a fun and surprising way to say thanks. Bonnie, I hope you're not watching this, because I want to be able to hand this to you and have you go, wonder what she brought. Open it and see that look of surprise, and I know you'll immediately go, oh, is it real? And then you'll just give me a huge hug because you can't believe how fun this is. And you know what? I had so much fun making it. It's fun for me, and it's fun for the recipient. Now it's your turn. If you want more creative inspiration, check out our website, flowerschool.com. If you've got questions about what I've done, or if you need a little bit of an answer on where do I find it, how do I do it, don't hesitate to call us. You can reach us at 1-800-819-8089. If email is easier, feel free to use my personal email. It's Leanne, Leanne, @floraldesigninstitute.com. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. I'm off to dinner. Have fun and do something you love.